Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. In today's video we are going to be doing an update of Washington Reagan National Airport. We have a new very special aircraft in today's update that you can see right in front of you here. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and jump straight into this, starting off with this American Eagle retro livery Embraer 170. He's just arrived in from St. Louis and he's going to be heading out to Rochester. This aircraft is really going to liven up the American portion of these updates just because of course all these American aircraft going through them, they look all the same, so it's really nice to have this one aircraft that just stands out among all the others. But after that, here we have this American Eagle CRJ 700. He's just arrived in from Toronto, Canada, and he's going to be heading out to Buffalo. Then after that, here we have this American Eagle ERJ 145. He's arrived in from Dayton and he's going to be heading out to New Orleans. Then after that, here we have this American Eagle Embraer 175. He's arrived in from Indianapolis and he's going to be heading out to Sarasota later on today. Then after that, we have another American Eagle Embraer 175. He's arrived in from Savannah and he's going to be heading out to Memphis. And then finally here for the American Eagle gates, here we have an American ERJ 145. He's arrived in from Louisville and he's going to be heading out to Asheville. Next up, moving on to the American mainlines, here we have an American Airbus A320. He's just arrived in from Charlotte and he's going to be heading out to Dallas-Fort Worth. Then here we have this American Airbus A321neo. He's arrived in from Las Vegas and he's going to be heading out to Orlando. And then finally here for American, here we have this American Boeing 737-800. He's arrived in from Chicago O'Hare and he's going to be heading out to Miami. I promise I've tried to find some more interesting routes for these American mainline aircraft, but when it comes to the American mainlines from DCA, there's only really a few destinations you can send these out to, and it'll generally just be the same few destinations. Of course, you have the A321s and the A321neos heading out to the West Coast, so destinations like Phoenix, Los Angeles, Las Vegas, and then of course we do get the Orlando routes on the A321neo as well. And then of course you have the 737s, they head out to the most boring destinations. It'll be Chicago O'Hare, Dallas, Miami, and maybe Orlando. And then hopefully soon we get some American Airbus A319s because they do have some destinations that I haven't really been able to depict in these updates. So hopefully we get some American A319s because then I could start sending them out to LaGuardia, Boston, and some of those kind of northeastern destinations that the A319s like to serve. But moving on from that, around here we have the JetBlue Airbus A320. He's going to be heading out to San Juan. Again, hopefully we get some more JetBlue aircraft as well. I only have in my collection the A320, the A321, and the A321neo. While the A321 has very occasionally served Reagan, it's primarily just the A320 to kind of Orlando, Fort Lauderdale, and San Juan, and then we get the Embraer 190s and the A220s to some of the other destinations as well, because JetBlue do have a pretty expansive network out of Reagan, but it'd be pretty unrealistic for me to send an A320 like this out to some pretty cool destinations like Martha's Vineyard. I don't even think Martha's Vineyard could operate an A320, so that's why of course JetBlue in real life, they send the Embraer 190 out there, and of course other destinations as well like Boston, that's usually served also on the Embraer 190. So hopefully we get an Embraer 190 out soon so I can start sending some JetBlue aircraft out to some other destinations, and then hopefully as well soon we get the A220 as well. But after that, here we have the Alaska Airbus A321neo. He's going to be heading out to Seattle today. And then moving around to the Delta gates, here we have a Delta Connection CRJ 700. He's going to be heading out to New York JFK today. Then next up here we have a Delta Airbus A321. He's going to be heading out to Atlanta Hartsfield Jackson. And then finally here for Delta, here we have a Delta Connection Embraer 170. He's going to be heading out to Lexington. After that, moving around to United, just being pushed back here, here we have a United Airbus A320. He's going to be heading out to Houston Intercontinental. Then after that, here we have a United Express Embraer 170. He's going to be heading out to Chicago O'Hare. And then finally here for United, here we have this United 737-800. He's going to be heading out to Denver. Next up here we have this Frontier Airbus A320. He's going to be heading out to Denver today, which is of course Frontier's only destination out of DCA. Then after that, here we have this Southwest Airlines 737-700 in the Lone Star 1 color scheme. He's just arrived in from from St. Louis and he's going to be heading out to New Orleans. And then finally here for the concourse, here we have this Southwest Airlines 737-700 in the Canyon Blue color scheme. He's just arrived in from Omaha and he's going to be heading out to Milwaukee. Then next up here at the hard stands, we have a US Coast Guard C-130. He's going to be heading out to Atlantic City today. The US Coast Guard do have a pretty prominent role here at DCA. While it is pretty rare to see a C-130, their largest aircraft, here at DCA they do have quite a few aircraft that make regular visits into DCA. It's primarily helicopters. They'll usually have Jayhawks here as well as the Dolphin helicopters that they have here at DCA, and they do actually have a hangar here at DCA as well, so they will have, you know, a few of those helicopters based outside that hangar. As well as that, you'll also sometimes see their C-37, which is of course their G550, stationed here at DCA. But this US Coast Guard C-130, he's going to be heading out to Atlantic City. And then finally here for today's updates, here we have this Southwest Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 8. He arrived in from Atlanta a while ago and he's now heading out to Dallas Love Field. And just like that, that does conclude today's update of Washington Reagan National Airport. I hope you did enjoy. Again, hopefully in the next Reagan update, I'll be able to do some sort of overview of this model airport. And because of course this is the newer Washington Reagan, this is only the second update with the new board. So yeah, hopefully by the next update, I'll be able to do an overview so you guys get a nice view of the new Washington Reagan. But apart from that, I want to thank you very much for watching today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.